Most schools and universities require students to have a laptop, but on YouTube, I've seen so many people talk about the iPad Pro and how it can completely replace a Mac. With its portability factor, lower price tag, and touchscreen, it's definitely something that many people consider for work or hobbies. With so many tablets on the market, it can be difficult to choose one that has great functionality and a good price. Today I will be delving into the long-forgotten iPad mini and answer, can you still use the iPad mini as a student in 2020? In short, you definitely can, but this small device won't be replacing the functionalities of your laptop. However, it does depend on what your primary use for it is, so stick around. And before I continue, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, as I will be definitely making more in the future. As a high school student, I have a laptop as my main device for work. I do email, write essays, edit videos, and plan everything I need to do. And I also have an iPad mini, which I like to call my secondary productivity machine. As I'm more of a hands-on kind of person, it's incredibly useful for doing worksheets, annotations, writing checklists, and notes. Beforehand, I would heavily rely on scrap paper to do such things. But after I started using the iPad mini, I'm noticeably using much less paper than usual because of how easy it is just to pull out the iPad and start writing. The size of the iPad mini is lightweight and perfect for portability. The app I use to write is called GoodNotes, and even though it is a paid app, I really recommend it. There are other free alternatives like Paper by WeTransfer, except you get a limited range of writing tools. Speaking of which, if you're getting an iPad mini for school, you definitely need to pair it with an Apple Pencil or other alternative stylus, which I will link below. Otherwise, it's just a phone with a larger screen, and you won't be getting the most out of your iPad. I guess this is more of a personal preference, but when I just started writing on the iPad, I was worried about my transition to paperless work, and that I wouldn't be able to get used to writing on such a smooth surface. However, as time went by and I started using it more, I eventually got used to it. It's just so much easier to airdrop my worksheets between my devices, and the pros ultimately outweighs the cons. And also, you can spin the pencil, which looks really cool, by the way. My biggest problem with the mini is if you're doing work that involves a lot of essay writing or anything related to typing, really, because the iPad just won't feel very comfortable to type on. And even with a Bluetooth keyboard, the screen is way too small for my liking. In general, the iPad mini won't be able to replace all the functionalities of a laptop, but if you are looking for something that will, the iPad Pro is definitely something to consider. Otherwise, the iPad mini is a great addition to a laptop if you want to use less paper, easily transfer written documents, and write notes as a student.